All right, welcome to Intensive Academic English Podcast at Robertson College. It's good to see you here. I'm here with Sherwin, Andy, and Lulu to talk about their experience moving to Winnipeg. Hello.
Hello.
Nice
to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Nice to meet you. We are Lulu in Winnipeg. So today, let's talk about some interesting topics together. Okay.
Okay.
Andy, when did you arrive in Winnipeg? When did you live before arriving in Winnipeg?
Thank you. I arrived in Winnipeg about 2 months ago, and before arriving in Winnipeg, I lived in China, Jiaxing City.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Lulu?
Oh, I arrived in Winnipeg in January, and I lived in Shanghai, the most biggest city in China.
Oh, well, I arrived in Winnipeg in February, so 2 months ago, and I live in Guangzhou City in China. Yeah.
Great. Okay, let's move next topic. What was the most surprising thing about Canada that you discovered when you moved here? How about you, Lulu?
Okay, I would say the most surprising thing about Canada is the cultural difference between our country. You know, the differences can reflect on everything, such as the history, values, traditions. You know, and Canadians tends to be more individualistic. Right? Valuing personal autonomy and independence, but Chinese tends to be more collectivistic, and emphasizing the group harmony and social cohesion.
Yeah.
Right.
Good point. But I'm not sure I understand clearly. Could you give me a sample?
Sure. Specifically, sorry. Canadians dare to question those in power and authority. But in China, people used to obeying in the power class. For example, last year, Chinese government adopted very strict control policy to control the pandemic. You know, we were locked at home in Shanghai for 3-4 months. You know, we were
really?
not allowed it to go outside, and only waiting for the government to distribute supplies.
Wow.
Okay.
This is unbelievable in Canada. You know, if so, Canadian would have erupted in protest. You know, Canadian can talk about the government policies and even scold the leader of the country in public.
Yes, we can.
So it's most surprising to me.
Yes, interesting.
How about you, Sherwin?
Oh, yes, I have the same feeling of you, as the same of you, to you. I found there's very great different cultures between China and Canada, but I from the entertainment point, and when I came to China, I first time to watch the TV shows. I found they like to the comedy drama more than other topics drama. But in China, people like to watch their history drama. And it's a great difference. I think it's very interesting. And
Next topic.
Yeah, what's the next question you'd like to talk about?
yes, Annie, let's change the topics. What are the pros and cons to living in Winnipeg?
Thank you. This is a good question. About living in Winnipeg, the cause is obviously the weather. It's so cold. I think everybody feels that. Yes.
Yeah.
And the place in living Winnipeg has, I think, two different types. One of is the Winnipeg has a rich history, so there are many museums, yes, art galleries, and culture events. I recommend you join them and feel their culture.
Yeah.
And then another thing is Winnipeg is famous for friendly. And you can see the cars plenty. You see it's friendly Manitoba. Yes. And their communicate is can surprise many favor if you want. Yes. And join them or be volunteer. You can meet new friends. Then if you live in Winnipeg, make more comfortable.
Yeah.
I totally
Interesting.
agree with you because
Thank
I
you.
have the same feeling. You know, before I came to Winnipeg, all I knew was that this is very cold place. But now I would say is a place full of modern civilization. You know, I still remember last time the Robertson teachers took us to visit a human rights museum. I was so amazed at the modern architectural style of the museum and so many rich content displayed inside. And there are also so many folk music display and performers here. You can enjoy a lot of fun and folk culture here.
Yes.
So I would recommend a newcomer to visit various local museums and to watch some music shows here. You will find that this is very interesting city.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Good. Yeah.
Okay, let's move to the fourth topic. What's your experience learning English in your home country? How is it different from your English learning experience in Canada? Sherwin, can you give us some experience?
Great difference. When I in China, I want to learn English by YouTube, but because there is the censorship online, so I can't browse the YouTube in China. But I can browse the YouTube in Canada now, and I think YouTube is the best way to learn English and improve English, because YouTube there's many different subjects and channels in YouTube, and just like news and entertainments like music and TV shows, movies, and there's so many issue analysis programs such as political analysis and economics, financial, and other, and there's really sports about sports channel subjects such like NBA and football league in
interesting.
England, and so such much of this you can watch the video or you can watch this channel and subjects to learn English and to learn to learn how to speak this channel contents in English, and when you was a beginner learner, and you can use the subtitle to learn English in YouTube. For example, if you miss some words and phrases what you don't understand, you can pause the video or the replay to play again and to learn this word and phrases. And you can but pay attention, you don't choose the Chinese subtitle, you must choose the English subtitle, because you can learn this word and these phrases in English. Yes,
That's
you
great.
this you practice your thinking in English. It's very good, best range to learn English, I think. And at the same time, you can contact with the YouTuber to discuss the their issue, their point. You can write down your opinions, and that you can practice writing and reading in English. And you
very
can
smart.
also contact the other subscriber on other platforms to discuss in English, so you can practice your writing and reading.
Very good idea.
Yes.
That sounds great. I will try this way to study English. Thank you.
Yes.
And if you, what is the language skill that you want to work on?
Because we are all new in Winnipeg, we will looking for the job opportunity. So I think the commercial English is very important to us.
Yeah.
Yes.
good.
If you have a very good commercial English, and I think you will get more job opportunity in the future.
To
Yes.
work.
Yes.
Yes, it's useful.
Okay. It's amazing time, but the time is limited. And today we have a good dialogue, and I hope we have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Let's
you.
let's
Nice
have a
to
drink.
see you.